Sparking Conversations, episode 8. We're going to check in about Bitcoin today. Before we get started, we want to tell you about our Voyager referral link, which is MEHSR8. When you spend $100 in cryptocurrency there, you get paid $25 in Bitcoin, and we get paid $25 in Bitcoin. We give that Bitcoin back to our viewers. Our next giveaway will be at 500 subscribers. So go ahead and use that link and get yourself some free Bitcoin. So today we're going to talk about Bitcoin and what the market's doing, what Jimmy's seeing as a trend.
Yeah, no, I was everybody's kind of bored with Bitcoin, don't know what the hell's going on. So I was going to show some reasons why to be bullish.
Okay. So I saw a topic on Reddit, and they said that Bitcoin at an all-time high has never traded sideways for this long. And they were basically, they were saying that that's an indicator that the bull run's not over.
Yeah, well, I'm going to give you 3 reasons.
Okay.
This is Bitcoin miner net position change, Glassnode. This is a pretty important platform if you guys want to follow and kind of like do your own research and see what's coming, you know. This right here is obviously the price of Bitcoin, that chart there. This right here is when miners as a whole, not a particular pool or anything, but miners as a whole are accumulating more coins than they're selling. This is the green. And then they have a big sell-off. And this right here is January of this year. And you can see the buttload of Bitcoin that had gotten sold. Okay. And to me, if there's this much selling pressure and the price still stayed relatively flat, you know what I mean? Between 45 to 60,000, you know, they could say, wow, that's crazy, but relatively flat.
Okay.
That is an incredible amount of Bitcoin that's been sopped up by the market. And this is April, and this is the very first flag that we're seeing that they're starting to accumulate again.
So it's going to the other side.
There's less selling pressure. There's less selling, and then they're not interested in selling right now. Okay. That's a very bullish indicator.
Okay.
Next, I will show you. This is a chart. Crypto Quant. Another good chart thing you guys should pay attention to. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You don't have to be Elon Musk to pay attention to this.
How many years did you go to high school?
Not enough.
5.
Or too many. Shit,
5.
I graduated 13th grade. Anyway, what you're looking at here, this is the Bitcoin that is the volume of Bitcoin that is on exchanges, is the orange line.
Okay.
And you can see this goes back to from May 2020 to April 2021 right now. This is today. That was last year. And you can see the supply of Bitcoin on the exchanges is consistently falling and falling. When I talk to you about a squeeze in the near future, that's what I'm talking about. There's less and less Bitcoin on exchanges, and you see how that correlates with the price. The black line is the price.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big old cross there. Yeah.
So there's gonna come a point where there's just not enough Bitcoin, man.
Yeah.
Pay attention. I'm just saying. This right here. This is the price of gold. This is another thing that I watch. And this is from April last year, and this is today. It hit its all-time high in August of last year. It's done nothing but fall for the past year.
Okay. This
is the price of Bitcoin. So what that tells me is Bitcoin is eating gold's lunch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You think people are getting out of gold and getting into Bitcoin?
Absolutely. I think yeah. All right. I know I took 5 years of high school, but if you got a portfolio and you're seeing it do this and do this and do this, and you're hearing all the bad news and stuff that's going on, and you're like, wow, I need a hedge. I need to get there's inflation. I did my sister's bathroom this weekend. $79 for a sheet of plywood.
Yeah. It's insane.
There's no such thing as inflation, Sparky. They say it's not happening. Come on.
Lumber prices are so nuts. So my kid makes chicken nesting boxes, and he recently had to go out of business because plywood was just too much money. Like he couldn't ask any more for the boxes that he was selling. So yeah, I get it.
Price of food. You see what a pound of bacon's going for right now?
No, I don't shop, so you're gonna have to tell
You
me.
don't shop,
Huh.
but they don't count how they cook the books. They alter it to what they need.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's frustrating. But the price of food, they don't add food, they don't add the utilities, and they don't use like consumables, which are
Right.
like the three things that you need to live, isn't
Right.
it? Right? I mean, for
Yeah.
us smaller people,
That's how it should be really counted, you're saying?
yeah, well, they got to be added in, yeah,
Right.
for sure. I
Yeah.
mean,
So I've probably mentioned this before, and I can't remember what I talk about and don't talk about, but so I work in the agricultural supply industry, and we have packaging. We package things in IBC totes, 5 gallon or 55 gallon drums, 5 gallon buckets, yada yada. And we have seen across the board between that and the chemicals that we use just insane rises. And it's like there's almost nothing that hasn't been touched yet as far as prices
yeah,
go. And they
yeah,
said only expect more until this summer. And I'm like, what's going to change this summer? I don't know.
yeah. Well, when you print, like, people don't know, like, in the history of the US dollar, 30% of the US money supply was made just in the past 8 months. 30%. And I know that people, like, they used to talk millions and it was crazy. And then they started using billions and you're like, whoa. And then now we're talking trillions, and people don't even wrap their head around how large of a number that is. Do you know what a trillion seconds is?
You've told me this. It's like 30 years, right?
No, it's like 30,000 something years. A trillion seconds. That's just seconds. That's not minutes.
Holy crap.
That brings us right back to
That's right. Yeah, you told me that.
caveman.
Yeah.
I mean, just to kind of wrap your head around how large the number 1 trillion is. And now
So
we're talking.
this brings us back to what we were saying before about the dollar may not be the world reserve currency at some point, right?
Right?
Yeah, because we keep printing, right?
Attention, people. Well, all right. You know what I mean? I go back to the Bitcoin chart
Okay.
because I had a couple of people just, man, I'd sell that and get out. I'm like, why would I sell it when things keep getting cheaper in Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Things keep getting more expensive in the dollar.
Yeah.
Why would I sell it?
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
again, we're probably so if scarcity is happening with Bitcoin, I so I did a solo video. I don't know if it's going to be posted by the time we post this, but that's the thing that I keep was talking about was hang on to your Bitcoin or your crypto or whatever, because if that scarcity happens, there are going to be new ways to use your crypto. Like there already are, like compared to 2017 even.
Mhm.
But that's the thing you need to be thinking about is not when do I sell and get out, but more how do I make it work for me?
Well, you want to, like, you brought up scarcity. This is a Bitcoin halving countdown.
Right.
Okay, we're already a quarter of the way through, and those are the people that don't know what the hell the Bitcoin halving is. Is every 4 years the supply of Bitcoin that gets mined gets cut in half. Okay, and right now there are 6.25 Bitcoin being mined every day
Right.
that the market's sucking up, and then
So the next halving, there
it's
will
gonna
be
3.125.
right.
So what's gonna happen when we hit uh, block 840,000?
Rocket.
You
Big old
know,
rocket. It's we probably need to go into like Satoshi Nakamoto, like rumor, like who is he, whatever. I know we've kind of done that before, but man, it's like when you think about all the stuff that goes with it, like he obviously was thinking it through, or they or whoever it was. So yeah. So
I think we another 13th grade colleague of ours. he had some time to think about it. Yeah.
say again.
I said another of the 13th grade graduate colleagues of ours had some time to think about it.
Yeah.
Toshi.
Yeah. So I want to play a video. I should have done this at the beginning, but I'm going to do it now. Let's see if I can pull it up. So this is my favorite Bitcoin video of the week. Have you seen this?
Oh. 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 Money print and go bear, huh? Oh.
A little violence.
Oh.
Gold manipulated. SpaceX has found gold on Mars.
Nice.
There's the stock market. No.
I believe that when the stock markets crash, well,
Yeah.
when it finally does break down, Bitcoin's going to go with it to an extent.
You think so?
Yeah, and then it'll rebound. If you lose a bunch of money in A, B, and C, and you made profits in D, you're going to take them profits to pay for the losses, and you know what I mean. And just like it happened in gold. I mean, you go back 2008 and the housing market crash and stuff like that, and you can see how gold took a big dump, and then it took off.
Okay, yeah. I was
Then
gonna
it
say
took
I
good.
remember. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think when I was working at the dump in Colorado, I think that was like 2012 when gold was 1,600 an ounce or whatever it was. Because when I worked at the dump, every once in a while jewelry would come in, and I'd be rifling through that and find a class ring or something. Easy money. So, what else do you have on Bitcoin? Anything?
What's that? What else do I
Got
have on Bitcoin?
any
Buy
more?
it. Buy
Buy
it.
it? You think it's
Yeah.
still worth the buy?
I mean, there's a there was a comment in one of the things asking about when to sell and when to buy, you know what I mean? Commenting on that video I did. And he asked, like, when do you think to sell, or how do you know? And the, uh the answer I give you is not one that you're gonna like, but it's up to you. It's what are your goals, you know what I mean? If you're strapped for cash and you need the money, I get it, if if you have a little bit of a nest egg, and you don't want to mess around with the markets, you don't want to have to do, I recommend put in a couple $1,000 or whatever, and forget about it until that next seven that I just showed you.
Right. Yeah.
Put it in and wait.
Just
What
let
the
it
hell do
sit. Honestly, that's we talk about like dollar cost averaging. I've been really bad about that. When I do it, it's when I get a lump sum of money for something, whatever it is, which I'm a little surprised that the stimulus didn't have more of an effect on the price of Bitcoin, but I think maybe people are doing other things. I don't know.
the larger the market gets, the less of an impact it's going to have. And I think
Right.
it did have an impact, but people were taking Hail Mary passes on some of these altcoins. We're over $2 trillion market cap now.
Right.
It wasn't that long ago that we were, you know, I think it was 3 months ago we were $1 trillion.
Right. Yeah.
So we still sopped up $1 trillion.
So people are, yeah, that's what we discussed before, is that people are taking a shot for, this X coin is worth 20 cents. Like I did that with Zilliqa. You know what I mean? I bought a bunch of Zill just because why not? Like if it goes, like it'll be, great returns for me.
Uh, I can show you an overall block chart of all the money that's in the world and how it's allocated and how tiny, tiny, tiny Bitcoin is right now.
Right. So
Which,
potential is what you're saying.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just another bullish sign. There's going to be a squeeze real soon because right now there's not enough supply to meet the demand.
Right.
And Bitcoin was designed for this particular situation that we were in.
Yep.
It was engineered by somebody apparently smarter than the Fed.
Is it that hard to do?
Well, I don't know, man.
I think it's a different case when you can't like make up terms to define where your place is at in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, hard things. So anyway, let's call this a wrap, and make sure you check out our Voyager link, MEHSR8. That'll get you $25 in free Bitcoin when you sign up for Voyager, and it gets us $25 as well, and we hand it off to you. Just want to give you a reminder that we're going to have our first special guest next weekend, or this coming weekend, I guess. That should make things a little more difficult or a little more interesting, maybe difficult too. But
Never know.
well, you never know. But and if you guys want to be on the podcast, we will consider it. I don't know that we're the best hosts, but
We tried to get the scammers on.
I know, yeah.
They didn't respond.
As a matter of fact, if you are like in a foreign country, I probably can't even say that, but foreign country, and you're the one that shills on our page, we will pay you $25 in Bitcoin to come on our show, like legit be you, your face, and just answer questions. We're not gonna crap on you. We won't give you a hard time. We just want to know why and how you do what you do. So
Yeah, I'd give him the Bitcoin. I thought about giving the other guy the $100 of Bitcoin.
I know he was working for it, man. Like when you have that many accounts, it's like I don't even know how you keep track of it all. But anyway, stay tuned. We should have another episode out this week on a Theta update, just talking a little bit of Theta. And we will catch you folks later.
Bye.